We're used to seeing Manchester United in Champions League, but not so often Tottenham.
No.
But Richie, this time we probably will get more bets on Tottenham than United.
Yeah, it's an intriguing game, isn't it? I mean, Spurs, they threw away that 2-0 lead at Verde in a tough-looking group. I mean, you know, Inter are in the group.
Yeah.
So that was, you know, points lost there. They could have well done with them. But, you know, it was an encouraging start. But in the league, they're not looking too good, are they?
No.
You know, 1-0 loss to lowly West Ham.
Yeah.
And at home, you know, they've lost to Wigan. You know, 1-0 down to Wolves. You know, they came back 3-1 and they had the draw against your boys City.
Yeah. So we can't say
very
that,
in and out at the moment.
It is. We can't say that this is a banker, can we?
No, definitely not. I mean, Twente.
They drew with Inter at home in the first match.
And Twente, you know, they had the 2-2 draw at Ajax over the weekend, so they'll be boosted by that.
Started very well, unbeaten so far in the Dutch league.
Yeah. And as you say, you know, the Inter game, you know, 2-2 at home to them, that's not bad at all. Theo Janssen, the free kick taker, there'll be some takers on that, you know, be about 20-1 for the first goal. But you know, they've played English sides 5 attempts and they've had 4 losses. Yeah. So that's against them. But you know, and Dawson's out in defence for Spurs. Ledley King might be back. Yeah. But 2-2. I mean, they both drew 2-2 in the first game. 2-2 this time is 13.0.
Yeah, it's 170 on Tottenham and 505 on Twente. The draw is 350. Yeah. So probably there'll be a lot of back.
Yeah, I mean, not to trust Spurs at 1.7. I don't think. Not at this stage.
But probably the punters will go for them anyway. Yeah. At the same time, United are facing a tricky away match at Valencia.
Yeah. I mean, the 0-0 draw at home to Rangers was, you know, they bombarded Rangers, but you know, they just couldn't break through. There's no Rooney. You know, he hasn't travelled to Valencia, and Valencia are being backed on the, you know, on that news. You know, from 2.9 to 2.55.
Yeah. And they started well. They are storming away in this La Liga.
Yeah, they started very well. You know, 2-0 against Lyon at the weekend. But United, you know, away from home, 7 goals against them in the 3 games. And you know, it's not against the top teams either. Bolton, Everton, and Fulham. No. So you know, they're leaky in defence, and you know, it's a 0-0 draw. It's the last 3 times they played in Spain, it's been 0-0.
Yeah. So probably a draw will fit them.
8.5.
If Valencia wins, there are 5 points.
Yeah, a big gap.
Yeah, a big gap.
And they're looking for these gaps, aren't they? Then they can rest players, you know, during the latter stages, ready for the league.
It can be a rocky ride this time in Champions League.
I'd go for 0-0, you know, 8.5. I think United will be happy with that.
What was your bet in Tottenham 20 if you picked something?
I'd go for the X2 double chance, you know, about 2.2, something like that. That's quite I don't fancy Spurs really.
Do you have something more, Richie, this Champions League week?
Yeah, we were a big price on Copenhagen, 4.5. They beat the mighty Russian side, Rubin Kazan.
Late goal there.
Yeah, Rubin obviously entertained Barca. But 1-0 win, that was a good win. And then 4.5 against Panathinaikos. Obviously Panathinaikos took the lead against Barcelona, but then they got thumped 5-1. So Copenhagen, they're no mugs. They had a good 3-0 win against Midtjylland at the weekend, and you know, they're 7 points clear of their table already.
Well organised side. This
is. And 4.5, I'd have a go at that one on Copenhagen.
Anything more that you fancy?
And obviously there's the Rubin game against Barcelona. News is that Messi might be on the subs bench. Okay. So maybe he comes on last 15 minutes if they're struggling. That was Rubin obviously beat him in the new camp 2-1, didn't they, last season?
Match,
and it was 0-0 in this same fixture last season.
Not an easy trip, that one.
No. And 0-0 is 11.0 for the same to happen again. Rangers versus Spurs, both buzzing in the leagues. You know, both you know, 6 from 6 Rangers and 5 from 5 versus Spurs. Yeah. So you know, they'll both be looking for a win there. Yeah, and it should be really good Wednesday.
Yeah, it is. Classic action Champions League. Don't miss it, Richie. Thanks a lot.
Cheers, Dan.
Good luck with your bets at expect.com. See you.
Cheers.